Hey y'all, I have an important message. I think I wanted to share. It's been on my heart for a minute, and I'm trying to take responsibility for something I felt really guilty about, and I wanted to share to help us understand that we are our brother's keeper. So about a month and a half ago, I was invited to a baby shower, me and my daughter, and so we stopped at a Walmart to pick this item out. And we're going up and down the aisles, and I see this man walking toward me, and it looks like he got this big bulge like a phone or something in his front pocket. Not thinking nothing of it, but as he's getting closer, I noticed that his pants he got on are either like some pajama looking jogging pants or see-through looking see-through looking pajama pants or jogging pants, whichever. But they were kind of see-through. But I still couldn't see enough of what I started to see as he got closer and closer and closer. As he got closer, I realized that wasn't a phone. It was his huge private part. And I, kind of looked shocked. You know, you have that shocked look when you see something like catches you off guard, like, because I was able to see everything, like the print, the head, I'm not trying to be vulgar, I'm just trying to describe the scene a little bit. So, as it's getting closer and closer, I'm noticing more and more, and it's swinging. It's huge, and it's swinging. I mean, it's doing its thing. And you know how again when you see something like that, your first response is to look shocked, and I started kind of laughing, and I turned to look at my daughter, and my daughter's like this. Oh my God. I said, so I did see what I thought I seen. And she said, absolutely. And I was like, oh my God. She was like, he need to put that thing away. It is huge. And we start laughing, thinking it's funny. It's funny. Ha ha ha. We going up and down the aisles laughing. Ha ha ha. And I noticed, every time we turned somewhere, there he was, not thinking nothing of it. And it was really packed that day in the Walmart. A lot of families, just a lot of people in the Walmart. But I started noticing kind of like everywhere I went, there he was too. And I'm like, okay. Then I started noticing he don't have a basket. He don't have anything in his hand, and he's walking boldly. Now, I made the mistake of every time he walked by me, I would look at it. And I could see he's getting a kick out of that. He's getting a kick out of me looking and glancing at it. And I was trying not to, but I couldn't believe it. I'm like, is this man really in here with some see-through pants on, like showing his Johnson & Johnson? Then I had a problem because it was a family coming our way, and the parents wasn't paying no attention. That made me mad too, but the parents wasn't paying no attention. And the little girl, she happened to kind of look like, she was looking at it like, what is that? Like I was. And just the joy he was getting from the exposure just really pissed me off. And I then could see his perversion but I didn't know what his angle was. And the warning sign part of this is, and I'm about to break it down, because this is where I get mad at myself. But okay, as we're seeing him more and more, my response is just mind your business. Don't look at him. Don't pay him no more attention, because getting a rise out of it. And I could just see his perversion and his weird vibe. But no, I don't do anything. I don't go tell nobody. I don't go tell a manager, hey, it's this guy walking around here with his private part with some see-through pants. Y'all need to throw him out the store. No, I don't do any of that. I don't want to be a Karen, and I don't want to get in nobody's business, because if I'm wrong, I just didn't want to get in the business. I didn't want to get involved. I didn't want any attachment to this guy. So I tell my daughter, let's hurry up, pay for what we got to get, and let's get on out of here, because I ain't got time for this. But it kept eating me up because it was so many families and that little girl. I just kept thinking about that little girl, how she was exposed to this, and her parents wasn't even paying attention enough, and I didn't even alert them. I just kept it moving, which this is the part I'm responsible for. And this is where the warning comes in. Now, I want to warn you because it wasn't even a week. Social media, somebody in a whole different state tried to rape a woman in a Walmart. And I immediately felt convicted. I was like, see, that could have been that man at that Walmart. Even though he was just walking around proudly showing his Johnson & Johnson, who knows what his real angle was? You know what I'm saying? Who knows where he was really trying to take his perverted little self, his perverted little acts. And I not said a word. I didn't warn nobody. That's the part where I'm embarrassed because I didn't say a word. I didn't warn anybody. I just left. And then when I seen that on social media that the young lady was almost raped in a Walmart and it took just two strangers to get the man off, I was relieved of that. But I said, see, that's where I was responsible at. That's why I should have said something because I could have saved a life. I could have saved some harm. I could have, even though nothing popped off, thank God. But what if? What if he can do it somewhere else now because I didn't say nothing in the beginning? And it kind of made me think of the New York mass shooting because, that man actually went to the store the day before and he talked to some people minutes before it happened. And it's a society where we're so used to not getting involved, not saying anything, not seeing weird energy and just turning it in because we don't want to be in people's business. We don't want to get involved when we don't have to get involved. We don't want to pry. And I didn't want to pry. I just wanted to get away from the situation and just move about my day. But that's the wrong thing to do. You are your brother's keeper. And if you see something dangerous, if you see something harmful, it is your absolute duty as a citizen to keep your fellow citizens safe. I just couldn't believe that was the route I took. But looking back, I will not. I vow I will not make a decision like that again because I could have been saving so many lives. And if you ignore something like that, you could be helping somebody take so many lives. But if you just turn it in, you could be saving a bunch of lives as well. Don't get to the point where you think it's not your business because guess what? I know right now it is our business. And that's all I wanted to say. That's the public announcement I wanted to give. I wanted to just make you understand that you are responsible for what you see and don't just pass by. That whole don't be a snitch. I used to get scolded for being a tattletale when I was little. That stuff go out the window. Do the right thing. If the right thing is calling you for you to do something, don't turn that moment down to do the right thing and be a good person. And that's all I want to say. All right. Bye.